right, integrated 3 distance learners. We are talking a little bit more about synthetic division. My first video went into the processes of synthetic division, and what I want to do is extend on that and talk about some specific examples. And I've got Delta Math up here because this example is one that you'll be able to answer after this video. But we're looking at this here, and we're going to go through the processes. Let me go ahead and start working this. Let's pull this up. we're going to write this example in our notes, but I want you to draw a line, title the section of the notes. Let me go ahead and write what I want you to put on there. So in your notes, you're going to title it Synthetic Division with missing powers. So you'll notice how this one is missing the x squared term. So what do we do in that case when it's not there? Go ahead and write down, you can say just example 1 right here. Go ahead and write this down, as well as this being divided by. We have to express our remainder in that special format that we looked at yesterday. But let's go through our steps. Step 1, is the divisor in the form x minus r? That's the first question. So when you're doing this division, you want to check that. Is that true? Yes, there's no lead coefficient in front of that any lead coefficient greater than 1, so this is good. We don't have to do step 2. So we're going to go straight to step 3, which is set it up into the synthetic division table. Okay, well, first we need to find the 0 of the divisor. What's the 0 of x plus 1? Well, that's going to be -1. So we put a -1 up here in the top. Okay, then we need to list out the coefficients. So this is part 2, which is put the 0 in here, and then we got to list out the coefficients. So look at the coefficients. 4 is the first one, and what you might be tempted to do is put -11 and then -9 and call it a day, but that is actually going to be a problem, okay? Because we still need that. So this is the x cubed. We still need a placeholder for x squared. Well, it's not there, so what that means is it's a 0. Okay, so this is the big idea of the lesson today. If it's missing a power, you need to make sure that you put a 0 and hold that position for it. Okay, so now we do -11 and -9, and we're going to put our little remainder slot there. And now we're ready to perform the synthetic division. So we're on to step 4, which is perform synthetic division. We drop down the first number, so the 4 comes down. We multiply that first lead coefficient with the 0. That gets us -4. And then we add these together. So that gets us -4. Then we just repeat this until the synthetic division is complete. So we multiply those, we get 4. Add them together, we get -7. Multiply, we get 7. Add them, we get 2. So our synthetic division is done. Now we're ready to display our result. And here's sort of a good fast way for getting your answer. We know that the -7 should be the constant. This is going to be the first x value. This is the x with the next highest power, which is squared, and then we're done. So we're going to go ahead and write that down. 4x squared minus 4x minus 7. And then how do we deal with this? Well, remember, it's remainder over divisor. So we have our remainder is 2 over the divisor, which was x plus 1. So that goes down here. And then do I need to simplify that at all? Because that's what we said. We have we put that last remainder on the end of this, but remainder over divisor, we can't really simplify that any, and it's a positive. So this should be our answer here. Let's start typing that in. Let's see what that does for us. Here it is. Okay, so 4x squared, is it plus 4x minus 4x minus 7? We're going to make a fraction, so we need plus, we want 2 divided by x plus 1. Should be good. Submit that. Takes a minute to load here. Hopefully be sure we got it right. Good old Delta Math, right? Let me pause the recording until it confirms. So I realized it actually finally went through and I got it wrong. Does anybody see my mistake? Maybe you saw it in the video. This should have been a -2. So I got it wrong because of that. So you got to be very careful with your signs. Even a experienced math teacher can make a mistake on that. So here's I'll work one more like that. But here's what happened. That's the only part that I did wrong on there. So that -2. Whoops. Let's try a new problem. This one has all the powers. Let's find one that's missing. One of those. We'll get one eventually. I guess we'll do this one here. So we'll go through the steps again. So first off, step 1, is it in the form x minus r? Yes, and all these will be, by the way. So let's go ahead and find the 0, which is x plus 4 equals 0. That's going to be x equals -4. All right. Then we're going to put it into the synthetic division table. So we have -4. We're going to write out the coefficients: 2, 9. Then it's not 22. See how this is missing the x term? We need the 0 as the placeholder. -22. All right. Now we're ready to do the synthetic division. So I'm going to drop this down. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes this time. So far, so good. Drop it down, multiply there, add 1. That looks right. -4. Add those. It's -4. Multiply, you get 16. And let me make sure I do this right this time. Adding those gets you -6. Looks good. Okay. We'll write in this is the constant. This is the first x term. This is the x squared term. So we're going to write this out. It's 2x squared plus x, I don't need the 1, minus 4. Then this should be -6 over, we have our divisor, which is x plus 4. Okay, that should work. So let's go back and give it a try. So 2x squared plus x minus 4 plus, and you could actually put a minus here. I'm going to do that. Let's try that. Minus, because I want to pull that negative down. So we'll do 6 divided by x plus 4. Got it right. Okay, so they'll put their negative on top, and that's fine. I like to put mine down here, but obviously it's equivalent, so it doesn't really matter. But so that was the point of this video, is to talk about the placeholder. Look how they put their placeholder, same as I had to do mine. If you don't put it, you will get the question wrong. So you need to be aware of missing terms when you're setting it up. If you're missing the x term, you have to put a 0 there, or any of these individual terms. If you have the highest power, if you're missing a power between that and the last, you have to have a placeholder. If you have every power except the constant would be 0. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and stop the video there, and hopefully this helps you complete your work.